Hi everybody, I am Dr. Sam Zaranovich. I'm a chiropractor and I would like to talk to you about self-talk. Specifically, I want to talk about the ways that negative self-talk can not only impact your mood, but can also have negative physical consequences on your health and well-being. It's pretty uncontroversial, I think, at this point to claim that there's a connection between the mind stuff and the body stuff, and that what's happening in the mind stuff can often reflect or reinforce what's happening in the body. So with that notion in mind, uncontroversially, I think I can say that repeating on a loop negative stories about yourself is not going to be good for your mood. Perhaps a little less familiar to you is the idea that repeating those negative stories about yourself on a loop, particularly stories about your body, can increase muscle tension, can decrease immune system function, can decrease digestive efficacy, it can slow healing and recovery time after workouts. It can reduce your sense of well-being, and of course it will chip away, the way it chips away at your mood, it will chip away at your capacity for stress tolerance, for handling new stressful circumstances as they come up, or for having conflict in relationships. So I would like to offer a little bit of a story about how and why that happens, but mostly focus on stuff that you can do to change the self-talk and to reduce your mental stuff as a source of stress on your physical stuff. As a kid, I had a lot of body stuff happen. I've always been a bigger guy. As a kid, I was a fat kid and had a lot of stuff about that, from feeling unacceptable and unlovable and unworthy of desire, to just being generalizably gross and disgusting in my body. I had a number of experiences that I refer to in the category of my body betrayed me. I have a congenital birth defect that causes my bones to grow a little bit weird, and so I needed a bunch of surgery. How dare you, body? And so the combination of there's something congenitally different about me with now I've had these surgeries that helped, but were still kind of traumatizing, ended up stacking a lot of stuff into my trauma bucket. When I was in my early 20s, I discovered hypnotherapy and NeurLinguistic programming, and I studied both of those pretty extensively for a few years, and learned a lot of stuff and developed a lot of tools for myself and learned a lot of tools from that work that really helped me start chipping away at these negative beliefs that I had about myself, about my unlovability, about my undesirability, about my body being traitorous. And so I want to share a little bit of the outcome of my work in that regard with you today and give you some tools that you can use kind of wherever you're at to start to rewire your head stuff, to start to rewire the way you talk about yourself so that at the very least it's not adding to your stress burden, and maybe it can even help start to reduce it. So let's dive right in. We're going to do what's essentially affirmation work. I like thinking about this as I'm just reprogramming myself. I'm reprogramming the thoughts that I allow to take up space in here and replacing the more destructive thoughts with at least neutral, maybe even constructive thoughts. What you're going to do is, starting here, just with one breath in between each, try each of these statements and notice which ones feel true and real and which ones feel like maybe I'm BSing myself, or maybe I'm forcing myself to say something that I don't really agree with or can't really get behind. Heads up before you start. If you experience significant body dysmorphia or body dysphoria in your day-to-day life, some of this might be really stressful to try. Be really gentle. Go for the minimum effort here. It is totally okay to just hang out with the first statement and repeat it again and again until it seems true enough. If that's still pretty confronting or you get overwhelmed by emotions, pause, call your support network, bring people in who you know can help you soothe yourself back to comfort, and recruit some professional assistance on doing some of this work, where the professional assistance can be there hand-holding a little bit more than a YouTube video can. Okay? Before we start with the affirmation work, though, I want to establish a little bit of just mindful awareness in the body and just notice where you're at today. So If you can get your feet on the ground, cool. Uncrossed legs, best. Sitting pretty neutrally or lying flat on your back so long as you're not going to fall asleep there. Just do a quick gauge. What parts of your body feel tight? Which parts feel easier? Where are you feeling pain? Where are you not feeling pain? There might even be areas or pockets of pleasure or comfort or well-being. Notice those for sure. Just get a quick scan and keep your mind resting gently in the sensations, not the story. So with your attention on the sensations in your body, be alert for any increase in stress or tension. That doesn't mean you've done something wrong. We're actually trying to look for the place where that happens, because that's the sweet spot. I'm going to say 10 statements. I'm going to ask you to say them back out loud if you're in a place where you can do that, or you can just echo them in your mind if you're not. And notice how your body reacts. Okay? That's it. So, with your attention resting in your body, let's begin. 1. It is safe for my body to be lovable and acceptable now. 2. It is safe for me to love and accept my body as it is now. 3. It is good for my body to be loved and accepted now. 4. It is good for me to love and accept my body now. 5. I am willing for my body to be loved and accepted now. 6. I am willing to love and accept my body now. 7. It is possible to love and accept my body now. 8. I can love and accept my body now. 9. I accept my body. 10. I love my body. You may have noticed while you were saying some of those statements back or internalizing them that part of you resisted, said, no, I can't love my body right now, or I'm not willing to love my body. Okay, that's fine. That means you found your sweet spot. You can do a couple of different things with this. One thing to try is just taking that one statement that felt challenging. The one before it felt fine, but that one was like, I don't know about that. And just repeat it to yourself again and again and again and again and again and again. You're rewiring your brain for that to become a familiar thought. At first, it won't feel familiar. It will feel weird. Repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and see if you can find a little softening. See if you can notice tension in your body change. If you're not certain if any of those felt weird, try it again, refocusing again just on the sensations in your body and see if any part of you tightened, tensed, held, braced, or stopped breathing when you tried to say one of these. If all of that was pretty easy and you want to do the challenge mode, go to a room with a mirror, make eye contact with yourself, and try it again. Still easy? Good. Take off all of your clothes in front of that mirror, look at your whole naked body, and try it again. You may find in challenge mode that things that were easy when you were just closing your eyes and listening and repeating back got harder. Cool. So, option 1, once you've found the spot that's sticky and difficult for you, is just repeat, 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 carve a new groove. Option 2, if that feels really confronting and intense to do that, start at number 1. It is safe for my body to be lovable and acceptable now. And work your way back up to where you got caught before. Stop there and do it again and do it again. So you use the stepwise ladder to ease yourself in to I love my body. Thanks for trying this out with me today. I realized that body image can be really confronting as somebody who has struggled for much of my life with how to love and accept my body as it is, and then change from there. I can tell you that this is hard work, and it takes compassion, and it takes kindness, and it takes repetition, and it takes repetition, and it takes repetition, but most of all, it takes showing up and being willing to relearn how to think about yourself so that you can think kindly of yourself. If I can be of any assistance with this, if you have any questions about this, if you run into any trouble, by all means, leave it in the comments. If this is real confronting, call a therapist. I'm not a therapist. And most of all, be good to yourself, be well, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good one.